refill my water bottle for today. I like to do that first thing in the morning, so I start out with 36 ounces of water right away. I'm not going to say I'm the person that has the water first and then the coffee. I feel like a lot of YouTubers or influencers say that. Sometimes I have days like today where I'm just so tired. Maybe I'll take a sip, but I'm really going in for the coffee. You know when sometimes it like alerts you that you need to add water? I'm just waiting for that because I always wait for the water alert to tell me I need to refill, which is a bad habit. It's fine today though. It's like halfway through. I don't think I've ever felt more tired. I feel like outside of myself today. But I am doing those, guys. I am filming, okay? I'm filming. I'm not going to promise you're going to get 2 videos this week because I don't know if I have the strength or the ability to think about what to say at the moment. But I will try. And hopefully next week will be a better week for all of us. If you're struggling, hopefully you're not. My friend gifted me this mug that says, "Embrace the mess." And I appreciate that because it's very accurate for motherhood. It's still very hot. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Talita, and this is Kaden. Today, I need all the Zen I can get. So I started out the day just appreciating the morning sky, lighting up some candles, setting the mood, setting the tone for the day. Obviously, getting the coffee first thing. I feel like yesterday I made that mistake where I had coffee later and I was exhausted. And I wanted to sit down and have a chat with you guys this week in regards to how the toddler phase is going. What's different? What's changed? If you currently have an infant, you're wondering what you need to look forward to, what you need to be aware of, what are some challenges. So that's what I'm here for, to chat with you guys and give you hopefully some tips that you can take away to make your life easier moving forward. Let's get right to it. I don't have a lot of time, so I really want to give you guys the 411. The first thing I wanted to share with you guys that's changed tremendously is switching him from formula to 3 meals a day, 2 snacks, and cow's milk. That was the biggest change, obviously, from infant to toddler stage. I don't, if I'm being honest, I don't think I was fully prepared for that change. My husband was not fully prepared for that change. We had a book with some ideas of what to make. However, I think we just didn't prep ahead. So, my first tip, if you are getting close to getting to the toddler phase or stage, make sure that you look into what kind of foods you can make that are nutritious and how many calories they need per day, so you're not stressed when the time comes. Same with cow's milk. How many ounces of milk total is it expected for them? I believe depending on your pediatrician, they're going to give you different numbers. For us, it was anywhere between 16 to 24 ounces of cow's milk, which is where he's at. And he's really good about saying no, like, I don't need any more. The thing with cow's milk is you need to keep in mind that it's really high in fat. So that's the reason why you want whole milk for toddlers, but it's also the reason why you don't want too much. So you need to just kind of keep an eye out on that. if anything, maybe start tracking their intake again until you get used to how much they are drinking throughout the day. For us, we do 6 ounces when he wakes up, then 6 ounces before he goes to sleep, and in between that he does 4 ounces. So for each snack or meal he would do 4 ounces, and that usually equates to 24 ounces total. But a lot of times, I'll give him 4 ounces and he'll say, I don't want any more. Well, he won't say I don't want any more, but you know what I mean. He'll just stop drinking it and just put his hand out. And so I know that he doesn't want it anymore. I think it's important to first offer the food so that he has the most nutritious, part of the meal. So the only time that I don't is when he first wakes up, because he went long periods of time without eating. So I give him the milk right away because I know he's really hungry. We go for a walk. And then when we come back from our walk, I make his breakfast, which is normally 2 scrambled eggs for him, a side of fruits or yogurt, avocado. And what I'm trying to do lately is add something new to the eggs, because I don't want the eggs to be the only thing. I don't want it to be too repetitive. So I'll add spinach or I'll add mushrooms, different things for him to try. Someone shared with their channel recently, I can't think of her name, but I'm gonna put her name here when I edit this. That it's important to, when you're trying to have a toddler try something new, to have something that they already like on a plate. So for example, I know he already likes scrambled eggs, so I'll have eggs with a new food item, and that makes the transition hopefully a little smoother overall. Also, it's important to keep in mind when you are offering new food to a toddler that it may take 3 to 5 to 10 times for them to actually, act like they like the food. So don't take it as like, if they don't like the food initially, be patient, keep trying. I wouldn't keep trying over and over again the same day, but just like the next day, try again, and the next day. Just keep trying, because it's not necessarily because they don't like it that they're refusing to eat it. Sometimes it's just a new food that they're not used to. They're not used to the structure, they're not used to a lot of things, the taste, it's all new to them. So we need to be patient in the process and just keep trying. I know Caden was like that with yogurt, and now yogurt is literally his favorite snack. So I definitely highly recommend you guys keep trying, don't give up. And then as far as meals go, when I personally, and this, I'm not a specialist in this, speak to your pediatrician in regards to all of these topics that I'm talking about. I'm just doing what is best for my family and sharing with you guys. But as far as total calorie intake, anywhere around 1,000 calories is probably where you want to be. Again, I truly believe it depends on the baby. Some babies need less, some babies probably need more. But with Caden, it's been trials and errors. Initially I was really stressed out that he wasn't eating enough. And so for protein, I weighted the protein. So I started with an ounce to see if he would have an ounce. So he had a little bit less than an ounce. So I knew, okay, an ounce is like the basic, like we'll start there and see if he starts wanting more, then we'll increase more than an ounce for protein. If not, we'll keep it at an ounce. And that is where we are still at. We're still at an ounce. He has an ounce some days he has less than an ounce. And for each meal, I just do protein, vegetables, and a side of fruit. Like, keep it nice and easy. Or, you want to do protein, vegetables, carbs, and a side of fruit. A lot of times my vegetables also are carbs. like sweet potatoes, broccoli. They are low in carbs, but what I do is for his snacks, I normally give him a multi-grain bread, a slice of bread with almond butter or peanut butter or hummus. I try to incorporate carbs outside of it if he doesn't have a lot of it in his meals. But normally his meals, he'll have like sweet potatoes or broccoli or some other type of vegetable. And I'll try to add in some fruits in there. For snacks, we usually do chew snacks. So we do 3 meals and chew snacks. The snacks usually vary. So they can be yogurt with fruits, yogurt, just fruits, the bread that I just mentioned. So there's many different things that you guys can do. Just get creative with it, try new things and see what they like, what they don't like. I think that was helpful that our pediatrician told us that kind of put my mind at ease. Not that I was really worried about it because Caden is very vocal, but he doesn't understand, he doesn't say mama yet. He says dada, he says Dak, which is our dog's name. I think he recently started truly associating Dak to the dog. Like he knows that Dak is the dog. And I think he knows that Dada is the dad, but he doesn't know mama, like I'm mama, things like that. So, I was, wondering is that okay? And, she reassured us that yes, it takes time. Sometimes between 16 to 18 months is when they will start saying some new words even, or associating words to things. And the reason why I share this is because you will have tons of friends when you're a mom with kids, and their kids may be evolving a little faster in some ways than yours, and vice versa. As long as they're healthy, it's all that matters. Kids evolve, kids develop in their own time. They're not robots. They're going to eventually get to a point where they're all speaking fluently and understanding things and being able to put two and two together. Maybe some will be there a little quicker than others, but at the end of the day, they're all going to be doing that. And then that'll be it. And same with walking and all the other things. I think that as parents, sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get the kids to do all of the things as soon as possible. And by doing that, we forget to just be in the moment and enjoy them for who they are right now, because that will never happen again. Them not speaking to you, or it's, putting a phrase, a sentence together. Once they start, that's it. That's it. You'll never have that little baby that's just babbling cute words that we have no idea what they mean. So I think it's really important to just remind yourself to be in the moment, and don't worry about the noise. Don't worry about what other people are doing, what their kids are doing. As long as your baby's healthy, that is all that matters. Enjoy every single moment, and eventually they'll get there. And I think it's important to just keep that in mind. And lastly, I wanted to leave you guys with a tip on leaps, sleep regression, and all of those things, because they are such a big part of the first year. And even after the first year, you will still have sleep regressions. Currently, we are having a sleep regression during nap time. He's teething a lot. He's going through a leap. And one thing that's helped me, and this is thanks to a friend that recommended this, is this app called the Wonder Weeks. It takes you through all the leaps that they're going through their first year. And it's so helpful because you're not just sitting there wondering what's going on. Did I do something wrong? Could I be doing something different? Instead, you can check the app and see, oh, it's a leap. This is why XYZ is happening. A lot of times when they're in a sleep regression, it's a leap, a growth spurt, teething, something. And it just keeps going. It's like the same things, you know, but they're developing, and regression is progression. And that's something Brittany Ballin, she is a mom YouTuber, and she shared this the other day, which I thought was really cool to say, because when the word regression is just so negative, and to know that regression is progression is helpful. Like, the reason why they're in a sleep regression is because there is progression happening. So just remember that when you do go through it, it will pass. It will pass. I promise. It's all temporary. It does continue. After a few months, you will have other sleep regressions and other challenges that may interrupt the sleep, but that is only because there's so much growth happening right now. So they're just learning how to deal with it, how to live in this world, how to adjust to all the changes. And I think as parents, if we understand that, and the more we understand that, the easier it is for us when we are dealing with those difficult times. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions in regards to anything that I mentioned, please feel free to leave me a message below, and I will see you guys next week.